morning and welcome to Lockdown Golf day number 15. Yes, I know I'm in my socks, I haven't put my shoes on because today is all about single leg balance. Now in the golf swing you may think, what does balance have to do with the golf swing? Well, it is very, very important. If we don't maintain our balance throughout our swing, if we come forward, if we come back, if we go off one side or off the other side, obviously that's going to lead to either a thin or a fat shot, a toe shot or an old hosel rocket. So we want to try and make sure that we've got a really good static balance to take into our golf swing. So to do that we need to do a simple single leg balance test. Now, and it is important that you aren't in shoes for this because we want to see how you use your feet against the ground. Obviously if you've got some decent golf shoes with good tread on it, you're going to increase your balance anyway. So we want to get the bare minimum of support onto our feet to start with. For those of you who are a little bit more balance challenged, make sure you've got something beside you like a chair or a table that if you do lose your balance, you've got something to stop yourself hitting the floor, because we don't want that either. So the simple assessment is this. We're going to stand on one leg. The other leg is going to be up at a level where you feel like your thigh is level with the ground. So I don't want it here and we don't want it way up. Okay, so imagine it's a tabletop and we've got our thigh level with the ground. Our arms are going to be down by our side. And what you want to try and do here is you want to try and count and see when you lose your balance. Now the catch here is you must then close your eyes and count. So we use our eyes a lot for balance. When we close our eyes, we rely totally on the information coming from the sole of the foot in the form of ligaments, muscles, joint capsules. All of that has a nerve supply which feeds back to our brain to give ourselves what we call joint position sense or proprioception. Now, if this pathway is a little reduced, what happens is as soon as our eyes are taken out of the equation, we find it very, very hard to balance. Now, this is the case if you're out in the dark and you don't quite know where your surface of the ground is. You'll find it a lot harder to balance than when you've got the ability to see. So in this test, we want to knock out your ability to see. Okay, so we are going to get your thigh level to the ground. Arms must stay down by your side. Now, if you lose your balance and do this, that is where you stop counting. Okay, so if you start to wave your hands around, you've pretty much lost your balance. So you need to be really strict on where your number lies. Now, to be good with single leg balance, you want to be able to get 15 seconds without wobbling on each leg. Okay, so I'll try and do one now. I can't guarantee I'm going to get anywhere near 15, but a failure might show you just what a failure looks like. Okay, so here I am, all set to go, and then I'll close my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, and I've lost it at 10. So what I do is I document that as 10. Now, if you can't get to about 11 to 15 seconds in a test, you need to work a little bit more on your balance. Now, you need to do this on both legs. So I'll do the other side for me. Again, thigh level with the ground, arms down by your side, and when I'm ready, I'll close my eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I see on me, I'm definitely worse on my left side than on my right side. So if I was then to take that to the next step and say, well, how do I work on my balance? What we want to try and do, we could easily do that as an exercise. Just closing our eyes and trying to get better at keeping our balance. Okay, and then it doesn't matter if you wobble a little bit, you're just trying to maintain your balance. If we wanted to, though, make things a little harder, all we need is something like a pillow or a cushion, and we can put that on the ground. And if we stand on something like this, all of a sudden we're on a more uneven surface. It's a bit wobblier. Obviously, the firmer the cushion, you may find it's a little easier. But the softer it is, you'll find that you haven't got quite a hard surface to stand on. So it's a lot harder to hold your balance. Here I am with my eyes open. I'm wobbling all over the place. Okay, if I close my eyes with this, I'm not going to last long. Okay, so that's one way of increasing our balance. Or what we can do is we can work a little bit more specifically into something that looks like a golf swing. So what we could do is we could get ourselves into golf setup, and then from here maintain our balance on one foot, cross our arms across our chest, and then close our eyes. So now what we're trying to do, and I'm not very good at this at all, what we want to try and do is try and maintain ourselves into golf posture with our eyes closed. And that's going to work really specifically towards helping you maintain some balance in your golf posture. From there, to make things even harder, for those of you who really want a challenge, what we can then do is get into our golf posture, and we could also then come up onto our toes to decrease our balance of support and try and maintain our balance that way. Obviously, you want to work at what we call your challenge point. If it's too easy, you're not going to get any adaptation. If it's too hard, you're not going to get any adaptation. So make sure you're working at a level where you think it's challenging, but it's not too easy or not too hard. Otherwise, you won't make any changes. Okay, so simple single leg balance test today, 15 seconds, eyes closed, see what things are like on your left and right leg, and then there's also some exercises there that I've shown you to try and improve your balance perception. Okay, have a great day, enjoy another day in lockdown, spend some more time with the kids, and we'll catch you again tomorrow.